Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, I'm coming to you fresh from the NRA show where I have had my fill of protests, but we have got to talk about something. Now, I'm sure you guys are aware there's a full court press. Right now, this is it. This is their moment. This is what they're going to do. If they can make something happen in their minds, they're going to do it right now. My personal opinion, that's inappropriate and kind of gross. But it doesn't matter because this fight has been brought to our doorstep and we are going to pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. And that's what we do on this channel. I'm telling you guys, get ready. Make sure you subscribe. Those bells for notifications are on, and you have your phones and activism ready because we are about to have to carry the ball alongside a lot of people here. This is something that we need to be active on. I've got everything linked in the description box below because what I'm about to show you is it seems that the direction of the defense of our rights in the Second Amendment have been chosen, and that's what I'm going to walk you through because there's a lot of things here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and let's hit it. I've got it right down here. Here we go. NRA speakers unshaken on gun rights after situation. Well, yes, because it's in national gun rights. It's over 350 million people that have those gun rights, and even though extreme tragedy occurs, that does not mean that you exercise those rights for Second Amendment. Exercise those rights of the Second Amendment for that population due to extreme tragedy. That's a different conversation, but at the bare boiled down point, you can't restrict the rights of an entire population because of tragedy. And it sucks to talk about, but it's the facts, okay? Check it out. Here we go. Here are some quotes. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to show you a few of the Republican leaders and kind of tie this together as a consistent direction for you. Houston AP. One by one, they took the stage at the National Rifle Association's annual convention and denounced the situation. And one by one, they insisted that changing U.S. gun laws or further restricting access to firearms was not the answer, which we all know it's not. I would say we're in pretty good alignment on that. But listen to specifically what they're saying here. First person is Ted Cruz. Quote, "We must not react to evil and tragedy by abandoning the Constitution or infringing on the rights of our law-abiding citizens." Now, that's a really, really good point. You heard something similar from Cornyn, who has now been paired by McConnell with Sinema and Murphy in kind of bipartisan discussion on, quote, what can be done around gun control or gun rights, that whole thing. You heard something very similar from Cornyn. That's important. Let's keep going. There's a few more leading Republicans here. Trump. From President Donald Trump in his remarks called for, quote, drastically changing the nation's approach to mental health and a, quote, top-to-bottom security overhaul at schools across the country, while dismissing calls for further firearm restrictions. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Just like Ted Cruz said, there's no need to restrict further the rights of Americans across the country. We need to address the actual problem at hand, which is extremely pragmatic and sounds like a right direction. I know there's history there. I'm just telling you this is what is going on right now. That's a really important piece. Here's something else he said. Quote, "The existence of evil in our world is not a reason to disarm law-abiding citizens. The existence of evil is one of the very best reasons to arm law-abiding citizens." Okay? That is pretty clear-cut. I would stand behind that statement completely. So it seems that they're both going in the same direction. Let's keep going. Now, this person, I know he's not popular, but just listen to what he said. This is Wayne LaPierre. Still, he said that, quote, "restricting the fundamental human rights of law-abiding Americans to defend themselves is not the answer. It never has been." While I fully object to his financial and stewardship of leadership, that's actually a very legitimate point. It's never been the answer, and it never has been. You're starting to see that same direction. Let's keep going. I'm going to show you what South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem said. Again, these are leading Republicans. Another potential presidential contender said calls to further restrict gun access are, quote, all about control and is garbage. I'm not buying it for a second, and you shouldn't either. I agree. I second that. And this last piece, this is where Trump kind of sets the direction a little bit. And you're going to see this a lot more. But like I said, make sure you check back in because this is the time, guys. I'm telling you, this is the push. Trump told the group that every school building should have a single point of entry, strong exterior fencing, metal detectors, and hardened classroom doors. That every school should have a police officer or armed guard on duty at all times. So that is pretty much the lines. That's what they have determined that they're going to go forward, at least from what I'm seeing here. Other articles, you got Cornyn saying the same thing. You got these leaders saying the same thing. McConnell saying the same thing. The direction seems to be across the board that we're not going to restrict the rights of law-abiding citizens across the entire United States because of very horrible, tragic circumstances that occurred. And that's very important because they're also putting it from a perspective of addressing the mental health issues and actually talking about the problem, not about the emotional response, which I got a healthy dose of today in Houston. That's what I've got for you guys. I'm going to have a lot more of this stuff coming for you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next episode. I'm Braden. See you later.